3 signs that you might be an NPC. So, first of all, before we get into the video, make sure you like it up, like it up, like it up. Get these likes up. Make sure you subscribe. It's not that hard. Just hit that like button and then we can start. Go ahead, hit that like button. But first, another thing, before we jump into the topic, is what is exactly an NPC? So NPC stands for non-playable character, right? And non-playable characters, you ever play, for all my gamer guys out there, you ever play a video game? I know there's those little side characters, like for example GTA, those side characters that get robbed of their vehicle by like the main character. Those are just side characters that they don't understand that they're living in a simulation. They're just a part of the program. They don't do much. They don't go on missions. They don't have side quests. They don't do anything that deviates from the norm. They're just non-playable. They're a part of the program. They don't give off that main character energy or that main character aura, right? And in the real world, you could fall victim to being an NPC, right? So in the real world, you could be an NPC as well. So NPCs, I guess you would say, there are people who they don't realize. Well, I guess they realize, but they don't understand how to think for themselves, right? There are people that they just kind of fall in line. They do what they're told. They don't deviate. They go with the flow, right? Go with the flow kind of people, and they're not main characters. They kind of just do what the program says, right? Well, as we get into the signs of what makes an NPC, you'll kind of get an idea on what I'm talking about here. So, first, number one sign that you are an NPC. Number one sign that you might be an NPC is that you don't really know how to think for yourself. So, a lot of people who are like NPCs, they don't really think for themselves. They just kind of like go with what everybody else says. They don't want to disappoint anyone. They don't want to step on anybody's toes. They kind of just want to fit in with the crowd. They don't want to like offend anybody. They're just scared of being their true, authentic selves. So, for example, like right now, there's like a trend going on with like people. I guess everybody's trying to go back to this like 90s vibe. Everybody's trying to dress kind of like, how would you say it? Like kind of like this baggy clothing kind of vibe, and that's all cool and all. Like that's cool if that's like what you want to do, right? Like if you like that, if you genuinely like that kind of style, by all means, go ahead and do it. But like if you're someone who's just doing it because you want to kind of fit in with like what everybody's doing, then maybe you should reconsider. Like for example, personally for me, like some of it is kind of cool. Like some of the like I like the 90s vibes and stuff, but I just feel like these days everybody's trying to like bring it back in a way where it's like you're trying to imitate something that can't be imitated. Like the 90s is done. Like you kind of it's kind of you're kind of bringing. It's like when you make a bring back a TV show or a franchise, and it's like, bro, stop! You're kind of ruining it. That's kind of what it feels like right now. And personally, I kind of like the more like fitted clothing look. Like I don't really, I'm not with the whole baggy stuff. A lot of you might call me an Atlanta kind of person, like an Atlanta person, because there's a joke going around where they wear like skin tight jeans. But I'm not even with the whole skin tight thing. I'm just saying this is stuff that's silhouettes. Because when you're jacked, why are you wearing baggy clothing? That doesn't make sense. You want to show your physique. You're not trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? By the way, if you're looking to get jacked, make sure you hit the link in the description, apply for one-on-one coaching, and we'll hop on a call and make sure it makes sense that we can work together to reach your fitness goals for the year of 2024. We got 5 months left to get jacked. If that interests you, hit that link in the description. But as I was saying, yeah, it doesn't make sense to wear baggy clothing, in my opinion, to hide your physique. You might as well show it off, right? Like some baggy accessories is cool and stuff, but like wearing oversized, it's just kind of overkill for me. And where I'm going with this is that I am thinking for myself. See, like how everybody else is trying to follow trends, I'm actually thinking for myself, because you know I'm not like gonna conform to what everybody else wants me to do. I want to do what I am gonna do. You know, like even with this recording like videos and stuff, people might think that's weird. You might get stares or whatever. You might people like, why are you recording in the gym? Your friends might say otherwise, but I think for myself because I don't conform to what everybody else thinks. Like I could care less. Like I'm doing it because I want to, right? Even like with all these little things, like there's like people just conform, right? That's a huge sign that you could be an NPC, is that you conform. You're just conforming a lot, right? You don't think for yourself, right? Like even with like stuff like I had a conversation the other day with some friends of mine, and this guy was trying to say his girlfriend wanted him to paint his nails or whatever. And if you want to paint your nails, that's cool. Do you, right? But if you don't want to paint your nails, don't do that, because that's like NPC energy, right? If you're doing it because someone told you to do it and you actually don't want to do it, you're an NPC automatically, right? It's one of those things where it's like you gotta like especially like with just men these days, it's just a part of like masculinity is just about like just being true to yourself and just like not conforming to what society wants you to do, right? And so that's the kind of point, that's the number one point, is just like you conform a lot, you don't have a mind of your own, you're just doing things because you don't want to upset people, and you want to be like, yeah, you want to be with the crowd. And I don't know, that's kind of NPC energy. Number two sign that you are an NPC is that you go with the flow a lot. You're kind of a go with the flow kind of person. And there's nothing like, I'm kind of go with the flow too, but like you're like more go with the flow, where it's like you're not really like aware. You don't question anything. You don't question your surroundings. You're just kind of like go with the flow. If you don't ask enough questions, you're just kind of like go with the flow. Like you're kind of like, if it happens, it happens. You don't have like a direction in life. It's just kind of like go with the flow. You don't have a clear plan. You're kind of just letting life is just happening at you. You're not like grabbing life by the throat. You're just kind of like, I'm just letting life happen. You don't really got plans for life. You're kind of just, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's not that assertive energy to you where you're like going after things. You're just like a very go with the flow person. Like it is what it is, right? Good sign that you are an NPC is that you tend to like you're not willing to you're very closed minded. You're not willing to like explore or expand your horizons. So for example, people who are NPCs, they tend to like, they won't want to like educate themselves on certain things. They kind of are spoon fed, and it kind of goes back to that conforming aspect we talked in the beginning. You're spoon fed information and you're not willing to question like the information around you. You're kind of just like, you kind of just believe everything you're told, and you're not willing to seek out new information. You're kind of just like, um you're ignorant. You know what I mean? You don't read, you don't like try to research things. You're kind of just closed minded. You're not interested in learning more. You don't want to learn anything. You're kind of just like, you're good with the knowledge you already have, and you're not willing to expand your knowledge and evolve, right? You're just like, you're comfortable. You like to stay in this comfort zone, and you're just not willing to like explore and expand your mind. You're just okay with the current knowledge you already have. You think learning is like useless. That's another sign. And just for that, I actually got a bonus one for y'all. I got a bonus one. The number four sign: people who are NPCs, they hate stepping out of their comfort zone, right? All of these kind of tie in together. They all kind of interlap together. But this one is really crucial because NPCs don't like to step out of their comfort zone, because there are people that just like for example, what I'm doing right now is stepping out of my comfort zone, like recording a YouTube video and recording in the middle outside where people can see me and ridicule me, right? Like this is like stepping out of your comfort zone. And people who are NPCs, they don't like to do things like this. They don't like to try something new. They don't like to challenge uh the status quo. They like to conform. Like that's what they do best. They conform to other people's ideals, right? And stepping out of the comfort zone, it's uncomfortable. They don't like being uncomfortable, and being an NPC is all about comfort and staying in your comfort zone, and instead of expanding your comfort zone or stepping out of your comfort zone. So yeah, that being said, those are the signs that you might be an NPC. If you are an NPC, you gotta reprogram yourself to not be one, because NPCs don't really go anywhere in life. But if you like this video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And if you send this to a friend that needs to hear it, make sure you sign up for one-on-one coaching down in the description below. We can set up a call and we'll see if it makes sense to work together. And with that being said, make sure you like and comment. I think I already said that before, but I really want you to like and comment this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.